AITA for canceling my daughter's college fund after she secretly contacted my ex-husband. I 43F have a daughter, Emily 17F, who is my whole world. I raised her almost completely alone after her father left when she was just 5. He didn't leave nicely either. He cheated on me, lied to my face, and walked out like we were just a chapter he could close. No visits, no phone calls, no birthday presents, not even a "how is she doing" for over 12 years. I never kept him away. I begged him to stay in her life. I asked for help. I filed for child support that never came. And eventually I gave up chasing him and decided I would raise her on my own. And I did. I worked 2 jobs for most of her life. I missed birthdays, school plays, and nights of sleep. I sold my wedding ring to pay her private school tuition 1 year. I gave up vacations, hobbies, dating, all of it, just so Emily could have everything I didn't. For a long time, it felt worth it. She was always grateful, kind, and we were close. I really believed we were a strong mother-daughter team. But a few months ago, I started noticing changes in her. She was secretive. She'd hide her phone screen when I walked by. She'd leave the room to answer texts. I figured maybe she had a boyfriend and just didn't want to tell me yet, so I didn't push. Then one night, she left her laptop open and I saw an email. It was from her father. At first I just froze. I thought maybe it was spam or a random one-off message. But then I scrolled and saw a whole chain. They had been emailing for months. She had reached out to him behind my back and they'd been talking, calling, even FaceTiming. I had no idea. I read more and my heart just broke. She told him I never let her see him, that I turned her against him, that I lied about everything. She said I was controlling, overprotective, and that I just wanted her to hate him forever. The worst part, she told him she was applying to colleges and he said he wanted to help. The same man who never paid a dime for diapers suddenly wants to write checks for college, and she was so happy about it. She said things like, "I always knew you weren't as bad as Mom said." Except I never said he was bad. I never talked about him much at all, actually. I always told her, he made his choice, but if he ever wants to be part of your life again, you'll decide what to do. I asked her that night why she didn't tell me. She said, "Because I knew you'd stop me. You never wanted me to know him." That's not true. I wanted her to be safe. I wanted her to have someone who showed up, who stayed, and he didn't. He left. I protected her from that pain. I gave her everything. I told her how hurt I was that she kept this from me. I said it felt like a betrayal after everything we've been through. She just looked at me and said, "He's still my dad. I deserve to know him." I was angry, I was heartbroken. And yes, I said something maybe I shouldn't have. I told her that the college fund I'd been saving for 10 years, over $40,000, was no longer a sure thing. I said if she wanted to bring her dad back into her life and let him act like a hero, then maybe he could help pay for college too. I told her trust is something we build, and she broke mine. Badly. She started crying and screaming, saying I was punishing her for loving her father. She told me I was heartless. She said she hated me. That was the first time I ever heard those words from her mouth. Now it's been about 3 weeks. She's barely speaking to me. She told my sister, who called and told me I was being dramatic, that Emily is just figuring herself out and I should cut her some slack. But this wasn't a small mistake. This was months of lies. This was telling someone who abandoned us that I was the villain and letting him swoop in to take credit for the life I built for her. I still love her more than anything. I'll always be her mom, but I don't know if I was wrong to do what I did. I don't know if I went too far. So, am I the *** whole?